Hey there, Glenn with the Toy Temple, and today we're going to take a look at some of my favorite, and actually the whole collection, of my Super Nintendo games. Let's just kick it off with the best of the best, and it's Super Mario World. I could probably play this game for the rest of my life, and I probably plan on it. I love how the cartridges look. They've got the end labels, says Super Mario World on it. I think this is actually mine from when I was a kid, and I love Yoshi. Yoshi actually debuted on this game. Super Mario felt like Super Mario, especially when he got the cape power up. 96 levels. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's incredible. Let's see. Next up, we've got Super Game Boy. And I keep a Zelda game in there because other Super Nintendo games with Zelda are too expensive. So it's kind of it's the tribute. I play some other Game Boy games on this, but what a cool idea to have Game Boy games on a console. Why can't we do that now? Virtual console. Think about it, Nintendo. Next up, we've got Jeopardy! Sports Edition. And you know, sometimes we just go to the local game store. If we find a game for $1, we buy it, and this is one of them. I think we played it once, and I think we had a pretty good time. It's a pretty funny game. Very low tech, not the best graphics. Next up, we've got PGA Tour Golf. Now, what's funny about this is I've never played this, but it's in the collection because for a long time, my Super Nintendo was with my aunt, and she bought a lot of games with it, and this is one of them. And I'm sure she could probably beat me with this, but I still show her a thing or two in Mario, so yeah. Next up, we've got Jeopardy! Deluxe Edition, and we've got Alex Trebek right there on the front. Another $1 game from the local game store. Pretty simple game. I think it's literally a reskin with different questions of the Sports Edition. Next up, we've got F-Zero, Captain Falcon approved. Got him right there on the front with the Blue Falcon racing against Samurai Goro. And I love F-Zero. It's incredibly difficult, but it's a fun game, single player. Or actually, I think you can play 2-player. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a very fun game. My introduction to Captain Falcon, who I would later use in Super Smash Bros. Great game. Up next, we've got Super Ghouls and Ghosts from Capcom. Fun game. Incredibly difficult. I know I said F-Zero is difficult. This is a new level of difficult. Great artwork, by the way. You've got both ghouls and ghosts on the cover. The armor looks awesome. It's really good medieval artwork, and boy is it difficult. If you ever get the chance, play it. I think it's on the Super Nintendo Classic. Really fun game. Next up, we've got Bass Tournament USA, and I don't know. I've never played it. It's just in the collection thanks to my aunt. You can thank her for all these weird, obscure ones. Next one is another golf game, Wicked 18. And yeah, bulletproof software, but it's a golf game. Huh. Let's see, another golf game. We've got, I don't even know how to say that. I'm sure it's Hawaiian. She loves Hawaii. Waialae True Golf Country Club? Yeah. It looks Hawaiian. It's got palm trees and a beach and some guy using a sand trap, so I would say expect sand traps with this game because it's right there on the cover. Not the best way to sell a golf game, I think. Ooh, now we got some good ones coming up. Spider-Man and the X-Men, Arcade's Revenge. This is a very fun game. It's got Cyclops, Storm, Gambit, Spider-Man, obviously, Wolverine, Made by LJN, unfortunately, but somehow it's still really fun. You fight all the bad guys against different levels. Juggernaut's in it. Arcade, obviously, is in it. But it's pretty fun. As much as LJN gets a lot of guff, this is one of those games from my childhood that I really enjoyed. Final sports game is NBA Live 98, and this one I had when I was a kid, and you can play as Michael Jordan, Karl Malone, all the heavy hitters from that time, Muggsy Bogues, Reggie Miller, Rick Smits. It's got them all. You could make custom teams. It's a great game. Next up, Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Edition, and this is our final $1 game bin game, and it's got Pat Sajak, Vanna White, and I don't think it's not the most exciting cover. I mean, it tells you it's Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Edition, but I think we played it once as well, and I think we got pretty sick of it pretty quickly. Now to the one of my favorites, Super Mario All-Stars. Picked this up for how much? $9.99. Yeah, nailed it. That's awesome. Comes with Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 2, Super Mario Brothers 3. Incredible collection of games. They were all remastered to look way better than they were on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Really great game. 3 games in one. Actually, plus it's got lost levels, so 4 games. Really good. Good stuff. Super Double Dragon. I love the Double Dragon games. This one especially. Best if played with 2 players. You can kind of beat up on each other, and if you can beat it with 1 player, kudos to you. It's a very difficult game. People aren't lying when they say games back then were harder. Double Dragon is proof. Donkey Kong Country. Incredible game. Just took the Super Nintendo graphics to another level. I actually just beat it this year on the Super Nintendo Classic, which we do have. But this is my cartridge collection, so I'm not going to talk about the other games on there. This is just such a good game. Great graphics, great platforming. Difficulty curve on point. Doesn't get much better than this. It's one of those, just you got to play it to really understand just how good Super Nintendo was. And finally, we've got The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, and I am eventually going to play this. I'm very excited to play it. I played it when I was a kid once. It's got Pete kidnapping Pluto, and you use magical powers with Mickey Mouse to try to save him. Can't go wrong with Mickey Mouse, can't go wrong with Capcom, can't go wrong with Super Nintendo. It's all right there. And with that, I'm going to end it, and thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram @TheToyTemple. And remember, you are never too old to enjoy the things you love.